Okay, here comes the hard part of a zero at home with the family, leaving. So, goodbye to home. Don't know when I'll see it again. Probably not until after completion. So, here we go. Dirty Harry, Matador coming with me. My wife's driving us out there. And back to the trail. The heat is definitely brutal today. Humidity's so high. And we're just not used to this crap. It's tough. We had that one shot in Virginia where it got up into the 90s, and then it got cold again, and it's been chilly, well, cool ever since, and now bam, back up into the 90s again. It just these tremendous swings in temperature are just really tough. It's hot as hell. And just coming off a zero, so we should be hydrated and well fed, that's for sure. But I feel more like it's fat and lazy after a day off. That's how you kind of feel. It's funny. So, taking a little slow, and we'll get used to it again eventually. Just went by the Culver Fire Tower, and there's some big ham radio competition event going on where they use an area around the tower because it's one of the highest areas around. So they have competitions with people all over the country to see who can get out before the signal. And it's pretty cool. They had all tents set up there, canopies over it to stay cool out of the sun. They had jugs of water, and it smelled like they were cooking hamburgers. Of course, they didn't offer any to us, but why should they, right? It's not their duty to take care of us. But it would have been nice to have a drink of water. But anyway, so that's what's going on now. I just went by Culver Fire Tower and moving along, doing a little ridge walk here, so it's not too bad and pretty shady, so helps with the heat a little bit. Talk to you later. You got a little porcupine there right under the rock. Oh, he's coming out. There he goes. That is the first porcupine I've ever seen. Look at that little sucker. Aww. That's cool. At Sunrise Mountain, there's a pavilion up that path up there. Right up through the trees. And there's a beautiful view up there. I'm just taking a walk down to the parking lot to see if I can dispose of some trash that we don't feel like carrying. I think there's a garbage can here. I was here last year. I don't remember, but I think I remember seeing a garbage can, so I'm going to check it out. Here's the view from the pavilion. It's a view of Harry eating. A view of Matador eating. Marron, look at that. Cream cheese. How long is that going to last out here? Another nice view from Sunrise Mountain. And there was trash cans over here as well. Bathrooms and garbage cans. That was good to get rid of some stuff. 8:30 at night. The end of day 97, I think so. And first day back from taking that zero at my house. We did about 14, I think, miles today, so it wasn't bad for the heat and everything. And here at Rutherford Shelter, a lot of tents set up. I don't know if anybody's staying in the shelter, but we got quite a crowd over there. That's the way it is now with all the day hikers and people flip-flopping, so it's pretty crowded. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Day 98. Sunshine this morning. Hot sunshine. So it goes from one extreme to the next. Should be hopefully close to a 20-mile day today if we can hold up in the heat. It's like I say, it's already hot. The sun is already hot. Might get a little break in it tomorrow. It's supposed to be up around 90 again today, and down in the upper 80s tomorrow, so that'll be good. So this section of the AT in New Jersey, we got warned about the very, very high tick population, and they're bad out here. Everybody has been pulling ticks off of them, and So my clothes are treated with permethrin, and I'm putting 98 to 100% DEET on me, and hopefully that'll help. Haven't had any bite yet, so that's a good thing. Somebody was warning me this morning, when you put that DEET on, don't get it on any plastic because it'll melt plastic. That's kind of scary to think that's what we're putting on our skin. But hopefully it'll help with the ticks. So next stop, we're going to be going up towards High Point, and stop in at the office building. Well, it's not an office building, but it's the office, the headquarters, that's what I'm trying to think of, for the High Point Park. So, because there they actually give you a soda if you're a thru hiker, and they have restrooms, and they have water spigot, and so I might get some more water there too. So we'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Another beautiful view. It's only a little left, right around 8 in the morning, and it's hot as blazes out here already. Should be an interesting day. At the headquarters for High Point State Park, there's Harry, and we can go in there and get a free soda, compliments of the Friends of High Point State Park, and they donate them to here for thru hikers. So now we got to go up to High Point and down after that. High Point Monument, highest point in New Jersey. Where is it? There it is. Pretty nice view. There's an observation tower just short of it. So we're up here checking it out. Say hello to everybody from the highest point in New Jersey. This is the little beach at the lake, and right near High Point. There's the monument right in the background, and they have a beach that you can come here and swim at. And then up top they've got a bathhouse for showers and some restrooms. Normally they have food, but today it's closed. Some of the pastures of New Jersey. The Garden State. Last year I section hiked New Jersey, and it was one of the hottest weeks of the summer. I can remember walking through these fields with the sun just blazing on me. And there's a couple more spots up ahead where you don't have any shade. This isn't too bad here, I got some shade. And now, a year after, not quite a year after, and same thing again, the heat in the fields. So, but still pretty. Just a little warm, that's all. Making our way along, and tomorrow we'll be getting up to one of the better climbs in New Jersey, up to Pinwheel Vista. So see what other kind of scenery we have today to show you, but I don't think there's too much. Farmers out baling hay. Where is it? Looks like it turned off. Got the hay rows already made, and that's the baler. And let's see, come on, shoot one out. Where is it? Oh man, I'm not gonna see one pop. Let's see if I can get it over here. There we go.
Are you doing this up the trail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Taking a little break at a little place out in the middle of nowhere, and it's got a beautiful little cabin. The gentleman who owns it let us sit here for lunch and gave us some well water from his well right over there.
That was delicious.
Yeah, nice and clean. So really, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Going through a section of the trail. It's like swamp, and they have these boards built to walk on, and the temperature is up around 90. The humidity must be about, God, up in the 90% range. It's stifling out here. Thank goodness they have the boards to walk on, or else we'd be knee deep in swamp mud. So you can see that down there. Nasty. Lots of snakes, I'm sure. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. It's a hot one. More pastures with the mountains in the background. More beautiful fields. And before you saw the hay bales being made, and these are hay rolls out here. A little newer version, I believe, of preparing hay to store and transport. Those rolls are probably about almost as tall as me compared to the hay bales, which are about knee high. So they hold a lot more. They have to move them with a truck, not by hand. And those hills up there, I think, is where we're going tomorrow. This is a loop trail that goes around a wildlife preserve thing. Bunch of swamp and birds. But it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. They've got, trail starts way over there up by the road. Comes all the way down here. All the way along the back of the trail. Then it makes a U-turn. Comes back up this way. All the way up there. Up almost back up to the road. And then we'll turn right into the woods. Rather than just coming down the road and making a right on the second part of the trail and just going in. Don't understand it at all. But, alright, whatever they say. Day 99, morning of 7 a.m. Forecasted to be 91 degrees again today. Actually have what I think is probably the toughest climb in New Jersey today, not New York. So that'll be fun. They do say there's a chance of rain later in the day. Maybe then I think that might cool things down a couple degrees. I thought it was supposed to go down today, but evidently not by the latest weather forecast. So we'll see how things go. Got a stop in 6.6 miles. I have a farm stand, Heaven Hill. It's called Farm, and it's got some food and stuff, so we're looking forward to stopping there for a little late morning snack. And probably see you from there, if not sooner. Have a great day. And this is the Jersey Boardwalk. Goes through marshlands. It's an elevated boardwalk. I think it goes for about a mile or so. It's really pretty. Comes out, I just came in off, I think it was like 572 or something like that. And then it comes out on 94 on the other end with a little walk in the woods and a field after the boardwalk. But this is really, excuse me, this is a real pretty section. Really easy walk if anybody's not up to the hills and rough terrain. Except today it's extremely hot and no hope of shade until the other end. So, it's a cool spot. Off in the distance there is the next set of hills that I'll be climbing. That's gonna be the one I told you about before. Once I cross over Route 94 at the end of this, I'll go up Stairway to Heaven, up to Pinwheel Vista. And I think that's the most challenging climb in New Jersey as far as I'm concerned. So, have that to look forward to. But first, a stop at Heaven Hill Farm Market for something to eat. That's what's driving me on through this heat right now. To get there and maybe have a good scoop of ice cream. I'll show you it when I get there. This is the big suspension bridge over the Pochuck Creek. Looks like they redid the stairs since the last time I was here. This is all part of the boardwalk. I'll give you a view from up here of the boardwalk. see, you could even do this on a wheelchair. They've got the, it's all smooth enough for wheelchair access. Boardwalk runs all the way out there. There's a gentleman jogging over to the left, and that's where it wraps around. A couple ladies walking out there, so it goes way out of the way and then back. But what are you gonna do? All right, and it looks like they need a new flag up there. That's terrible. This is a suspension bridge. It's hanging by these steel cables, so you'll feel a little bit of sway as you go across. Now this is listed as a water source for us. Looks kind of grungy to me, so I'm going to hold out until I get to the farm and they have a place we can fill up our water. See you up the road. The heat out here is tough today. Can't even catch your breath. It's just hard to breathe. And that's the hill we gotta climb. And it's all rock pretty much. I've done it a few times. So, in fact, if you look back in my earliest videos, I did it one day for a practice run, just because it was one of the tougher ones around that I could work on. Back then it was cold though. I remember it was so cold after I got up there. Went to the stream that we'll be passing today, and sat down and made some coffee because I was so cold. So a little bit different today. Heat is stifling. Let's see how I do. So, just had a gentleman I saw on the trail with 2 dogs, and on the way up this climb in this heat, there's one water source. It's a little spring, and saw his dogs coming down the trail all muddy and wet. Got up there, and sure enough, he had the dogs in the spring, churned up the mud. Who knows what kind of germs they put in there by rolling around in it. And so I said to him, "Oh man, you know, a lot of people depend on this water. If you could just put your dogs in water a little bit further down so we can get clean water at the top." So he informed me, so I'm not too bright, so he informed me that's what bandanas are for. I guess he wants us to filter the water with a bandana. So I guess I learned something today from a far more intelligent human being than myself. Why would I need water that's clean? At least the dogs got it. So I'm sure they're happy. Okay, this is the view from Pinwheel Vista. It's a beautiful view. That's the farm right down there where we just were. You can see all the way out to, looks like you can see all the way out to the Poconos. I don't know what mountain range that is out there, but you can see a long ways. It looks good.
I don't know if too many people behind me that aren't a long way behind.
Yeah. Still got my sign in here from back on December 6th when I came up for a hike. It's kind of cool to see that. So today is 6 months, almost 7 months after that. Here we go. Leaving the state of New Jersey, entering New York for the first time. I hiked New Jersey last summer, less than a year ago, but I turned around at that point, and that was it. Went from Pennsylvania to New York State borders, but now I'm taking my first steps in New York State. So we'll see what we think of it. I hear good things, I hear bad things. We'll see what happens. Not quite sure who put it there or why, but somebody mounted a flag on top of this ridge. And first impressions of New York, beautiful, gorgeous. The river down there, I don't know what river that is yet. Just nice rolling hills. Nice ridge walk here. Still hot as heck, and I'm hoping that I can find a place to pitch a tent tonight. There's no marked campsites at all. There's no shelters at all for quite some time. A little more than I'd like to do today. I should be getting close to 20 now. So we'll see what happens. Hope it cools down. Water sources are not too good today, and it was hot as heck, so we found this little camp spot to pitch our tents. It's not at a campground, it's just a little spot in the woods next to a little stream, and the stream is supposed to be one of the better ones around here. But even after filtering the water, it's got this dark, not dark, but brownish color to it, and so that means that it's got a lot of tannins in it. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with drinking tannins in with your water, but I don't think so. But it's our only choice at this point, so the filter we're trusting in, and we'll see how it works. Hopefully it'll help and be okay. See you tomorrow. Have a great night. Got some lightning and thunder going on, some rain coming down, and I'm hoping this cools it down a little bit. Doesn't that sound nice?